Hey everyone, it's Des. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a video on products that just didn't quite work for me. When you're someone who's always trying to find different beauty items and always trying to kind of find the better mousetrap, like you're always trying to one-up, see what's out there that's the next best thing, it's always hard because there's products that will promise you things or products that have good reviews on them and everyone says they do, and then sometimes you just tried them and it didn't turn out that way. Now, I have nothing against the companies from these products. I love all of them and I buy from them frequently. It's just, you can't make everything perfect. There's going to be those few products that just don't work for you. One product was not made to fit every person in the world, and I know that. But for a fun idea, I figured I'd show you guys some of the things that just didn't work for me personally. So to start off with something that just didn't work for me, it would have to be this ColourPop highlighter in the shade Wisp. Now, I love the ColourPop highlighters. I have a couple different ones of this, and this shade just did not work for me. It's nothing about the formula, it's nothing about the company. It's that I picked a shade that was a little bit too dark for my skin. Not so much dark as it is almost too yellowy, too warm gold tone for my skin, and it just looks really, really odd on my face. And I think there's a little too much sparkle to it. When I have a highlighter, I like to have a nice sheen or a glow. I don't want to have like that chunky glitter, you know, gathering on my cheek. And this just did a little bit too much for me for that. I think I should have picked Flexitarian, which I think is like a shade down from this, and I would have been fine. But this specific one just didn't work for me. I still love the formula and I love the company. It's just, this one was my bad. A better highlighter from ColourPop for me would have been the Tough Love one from the Valentine's Day collection that is this nice like tie-dyed pinky color. This one worked out a lot better on me because I already have like that natural flush, and this kind of made it look like my skin had that kind of natural glow to it, and it was much more what I was looking for than Wisp was. Moving on, I'm going to be talking about a couple of NYX products here. I love the brand NYX because it's affordable and they're always trendy and they're always coming out with new things. But once you're trying so many different products, you're bound to have a couple misses. And this was a miss for me. It is their liquid eyeliner in the shade, not really sure. Oh, Crystal Gold. And I guess it's liquid crystal liner, my bad. But I really, really wanted a nice opaque gold liner that was like very glittery and sparkly and glam. This, how do I put this? This was a tad bit watery, but more than that, it kind of burned my eyes. Not like, I didn't get like any major injury or anything from it, but I have very sensitive eyes. And I just never imagined that when I'd put this on that I would have like a burning sensation. It feels almost like, the feeling is very similar to what it would feel like if it was like a very cold, wet sensation. But once like that 2 seconds of that sensation passed, it was burning. So I've just learned, you know, to not put this on my eyes, to not use it. It just didn't work for me. I'm sure if you have, you know, a lot less sensitive skin that this would be fine. I'm gonna have to move on from this and try some different liners if I want to get that metallic sparkle effect. Then from NYX, I have the High Voltage lipstick in the shade Flutter Kiss. I love this shade. It's a very, very beautiful mauvey pinky shade, kind of like a dusty rose is what I'm trying to say. My only problem with this is it's so buttery that it just slips right off. Like, when I wear a lipstick, and I'm assuming when anybody else wants to wear lipstick, you want it to stay on. And this feels so comfortable. It feels like there's nothing there. It feels like a wonderful like lip balm, and it has a nice, beautiful, opaque color to it. But this barely even lasts me talking, and I talk a lot, and it just was not staying on. It's so buttery, and I love that about it, but it ended up being its biggest downfall because it just slips around, comes right off. I would definitely not recommend this if you were going to be eating, and I would not recommend it if you weren't going to wear a lip liner with it, because it will kind of vein out, and I wanted to love this, and I don't. Next up, and this one breaks my heart, because I spent $18 on a single eyeshadow, and that's probably the dumbest thing I've ever done, when you can just buy a palette for like 40 or 50 and get multiple shadows. But I was young and dumb when I bought this like a year and a half ago, and I still keep it around because I kind of force myself to use products I don't like. People tell me why that doesn't make any sense. I don't know why I do it. I do it with food too. If I don't like something, like I hate barbecued food, but I bet every time I go to a barbecue I force myself to eat some pulled pork. No clue why. I just wish that I liked it. I really wish that I liked this. And I keep it around and I put it on sometimes and I can tolerate it, and other times I'm just like, girl. Anyways, this is the Urban Decay Single Shadow in Midnight Rodeo, and it is a beautiful, beautiful like brown and gold glitter shade, and that's what made me fall in love with this. But in all actuality, there's too much glitter in this. Like, I would be blending it into my crease and it looks fabulous. I love the color. But the glitter gets all over. Like, the fallout on the glitter on this is like ridiculous. I would definitely get another one of these if it didn't have like any glitter. If it was just a shimmer or maybe a matte, that would be fine. But the glitter, man, was just way, way too much. And I know there are methods like to prevent fallout, or like putting a tissue there when I blend it out, but it doesn't just stop at blending. It's all throughout the day the glitter is falling onto my face, and I just couldn't take it anymore. So this one just wasn't for me. Next, I have the Maybelline Nudes. These were very, very popular, and they still come out with different ones of this. This was one of the first eyeshadow palettes I had ever gotten, and since I didn't know then how to do makeup, this was probably like, I would say, like I got this like a year and a half ago. Once again, I keep it around for reference, and it has a lot of neutral shades in it that I tend to use, but just, not anymore. After trying so many other types of eyeshadows and eyeshadow palettes from higher end companies, or even just better drugstore versions, this just does not cut it. It is chalky and grainy and all sorts of things that an eyeshadow shouldn't be. It's barely blendable, and though some of the colors are really nice in theory, they don't look as nice on lids. And when I had gotten this, I thought, oh, it's a great idea. Get an eyeshadow palette with all the neutrals, and you can do like 4 or 5 different looks. And I did. Until I found better things, and this just seemed like crap after that. I hear that CoverGirl came out with some similar ones to this, so maybe those are better. I don't know. I haven't tried them yet. I also have the blushed one of this, and I'm going to be keeping the blushed one though, because even though the pigments are similar to this, I think they're a little bit more not as chalky than this one. The first one though, this was ugh. Then lastly, this is going to be a very unpopular opinion, but I had gotten the Tarte's Lights Camera Lashes mascara, and I got a small one from their website, and I always get like small versions of mascara because I like to switch them out very frequently. Since I have such sensitive eyes, I don't want to get an infection, I don't want to hurt my eyes, so I always switch this out frequently. That being said, I had got this one after having the Benefit Roller Lash, and this is an okay mascara. It is okay, but it's not great or fantastic. I have had better, and that is why this is on my didn't really work for me list. It's a tad bit clumpy and dry. I've barely had this like a month. It shouldn't be clumpy or dry, and it's not super clumpy, but it's just enough to where I was like, my old mascaras didn't do this. The Tarte Amazonian Clay Gifted, the Benefit Roller Lash, even Rimmel's Lash Extension mascara that they have, so much better than this. And I know a lot of people, this is their favorite mascara, and if it works for you, that's great. You keep it. You do you. But not me. This is not my cup of tea. I don't think it will be. I'll be going back to my Benefit Roller Lash as soon as I can get to an Ulta in the next few weeks. It just doesn't work for me. It's a little bit flaky. It's not... Like, I'm sure if you've had terrible mascaras in the past, this would seem like a godsend to you, but not to me. I think I found some better ones, and this just didn't compete. Anyways, guys, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and please comment down below what maybe some of your things were that were misses for you this year or month or whenever, and I will see you guys later this week. Stay stellar, guys. Bye!